You ready? Well, you might want to take down notes on this one. Lockdown, 3 very important things you must do. Well, if you haven't at least heard about this, then you must be living in a cave somewhere. It's on everything now, from the news, the social media, and even from your gossiping neighbors. It's a word that has spread around as much as the coronavirus itself. But really, what does a lockdown mean, and how does this affect us? Well, if you go by the definition, according to Oxford, it's a state of isolation instituted as a security measure. The nation procedure on implementation of lockdown will be different from one leader to another. So it means specific details should be given by the leader of the country depending on the course of the strategy. With that being said, I'd like to share with you guys the 5 very important things to do to survive during a lockdown. If you watch the video till the end, we'll give you a very helpful bonus to consider during a lockdown. Remember to give us a thumbs up for worrying about your well-being. Number 3, don't panic. I know what you're thinking. That's a lot easier said than done. I mean, it would be impossible not to given the situation, right? But let's think about it. It clouds your judgment. Most often, panicking makes you take action that might cause more harm than good. People drowning tend to always drag people trying to save them. And there are some people that tends to run towards the exit during earthquakes, which we know is a very bad idea. It increases your stress in already stressful situations. About thousands of studies found out how psychology affects biology. Well, they said that continuous stress weakens immunity, so it will later on make you more vulnerable to diseases, which is the last thing you want in this situation, I assume. Just remember, stress, immunity, and disease can affect each other. Number 2, stay at home. Stay home. Only go outside to buy the essential needs. It's still better to stay indoors than exposing yourself to the risk of getting the virus someplace. Lockdown is not so scary. It just means to stay home and avoid contact with other people or crowds. But why do we need to stay home? Well, the purpose is quite simple. Think about the cases of the people who got infected. Report says that they got the disease in about 2 to 3 weeks before. So remember that it takes up to 14 days for the symptoms to appear. What you want to happen is that the people who were infected doesn't infect other people. So the solution? You lock down people in their homes so that the people who have the virus will not interact with anybody in the community. Then nobody else gets sick. Because if you got sick and you can't give the virus to anyone and you get well, it ends there. So you break the transmission by physically separating the sick from the healthy. Well, let's take a look at this picture. This shows how self-distancing works and how one person who moves away can save thousands of people from being infected. Number 1, buy your needs. During the lockdown, it's very important to prepare the things that you need, such as medicine, food, water, and other essential things that will be good for at least 14 days. But we must not hoard items we don't need, so the others can also buy the things that they need. Why 14 days? Sterility testing requires 14 days of long incubation time because there are some bacteria which are very slow growing. Bacteria requires 3 to 5 days for the growth, and fungus require 5 to 7 days for the growth. Just to make sure, the protocol is always 14 days. But really, there's no need to panic buying. During lockdowns, most government will assist their citizens in letting their people get the things that they need. So calm down. and just buy the things that you really need. So there you go, the 3 very important things you must consider to survive a lockdown. Are you ready for the bonus part? Well, before that, let's have a recap. The bonus: cooperate with your leaders. Well, this means following orders and procedures given by your government. Lockdown may stop the crisis, but they depend on people following the law. So if the people won't cooperate the mere purpose, the lockdown will not be effective. It will defeat the purpose. Just remember, a lockdown means it's just a niche of protecting the public interest and public health. Share this video to your friends and make sure they stay safe. We will appreciate your likes. The more of it we got, the more people will be able to see this video.